feel like singing, why don't you come on in this place? Why don't you come on in this place? Yep. Why don't you come on in this place? Come on into SLCA. Woo! We're gonna have a good time. Come on in this place. We're gonna have a good time. Come on in this place. We're gonna have a good time. Come on in this place. Come on into SLCA. Raising our consciousness. Come on in this place. Raising our consciousness. Come on in this place. Raising our consciousness. Woo! Come on in this place. Come on into SLCA. We're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. We're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. We're gonna know the truth. Come on in this place. Come on into SLCA. Come on into SLCA. Yes. How about that?
Yeah.
You did great, everybody. Good job.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I'm Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the senior minister here at this wonderful community. And I'm so glad all of you are here. If you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the good news of new thought and science of mind out into the world. We have a wonderful guest singer and pianist today with us, Portia Burns. Everyone, give her a hand. And of course, we have our wonderful and fabulous Penelope Williams, as always. Thank you. And I will be doing the speaking today, and I just got back from conference, and so I'm inspired, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a few. All right? If you're new, which I don't think any of you are, or if you're new and you're viewing for the first time, let us know where you're viewing from. Drop it in the chat. Today is our theme for the month is Name It, and today we get to name any and everything that we are willing to release. So right now, I want you to join me as we do our monthly affirmation. I'm going to read it all the way through, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. All right. I know that the law of God, the law of good, is the law of God, and it is forever flowing and present in my life. The more I accept this to be true, the more I am able to name my good, claim my good, and live my good out loud. As I embrace the ever-present law of God, my confidence grows, and I am guided by Spirit's unwavering love. With gratitude in my heart, I call forth my reality. I name it and declare it to be so, knowing more good manifests in every area of my life. All right, let us say this together in one voice, yes? I know that the law of good is the law of God, and is forever flowing and present in my life. The more I accept this to be true, the more I am able to name my good, claim my good, and live my good out loud. As I embrace the ever-present law of good, my confidence grows, and I am guided by Spirit's unwavering love. With gratitude in my heart, I call forth my reality. I name it and declare it to be so, knowing more good manifests in every area of my life. And so it is. And so it is. All right, we have a few announcements. And the first one is Spiritually Curious, will happen today, and it's been moved to the second Sunday, and that is with our wonderful practitioner, Tony Jenkins. Tony, wave at the people. Tony is a wonderful facilitator of this class, and spiritually curious. There's things I'm sure we all have been curious about, whether spiritually or New Age or what has been considered woo-woo. And we get to ask Tony to let us know all about that. Does it fall into alignment with what we believe in science of mind? Does it fall on the peripheral of science of mind? It's just not science of mind at all. But we get to talk about it there, and we get to explore certain things that we would not necessarily explore in an official science of mind setting. So thank you for being such a wonderful facilitator of that class. I'm going to join y'all this afternoon. Let's take a hike, and I do mean it. Come join me on April the 18th. Let's go out and take a hike. All right, we're going to go to Briar Lake Forest Park, and we've changed the time from 10 to 10:30 because 10 o'clock is rough. It's really rough. And 10:30 is rough too, but we're going to make it 10:30. All right, so please show up. Let me know. You need to register so that I can know that you're coming. All right, what else do we have? Foundations of Science of Mind and Spirit. This is going to happen starting this Wednesday on April the 15th, and it will be on Zoom only from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The Science of Mind is a teaching philosophy, and you can get wonderful things from our talks on Sunday and from our after-service workshops, but you really get the nuts and bolts, the foundation. That's why it's named Foundation. You get the foundation of Science of Mind when you actually start to take these classes. You get to learn what our spiritual principles are. You learn about more spiritual practices that you could even imagine that we had. And it gives you, like I said, a platform to build and build and build upon. So if you'd like to take this class, and if finances are an issue, let me know. We could always work something out, because I think this class is something that everyone should take. In fact, it's one of the first classes that you should take, because all the other classes build on this. All right. Treating Fear Through New Thought. On April the 26th, it's an after-service class. It'll be in person only, and it will be facilitated by our beloved Dr. Scheherazade Taylor, who is one of the practitioners here. And let's face it, there's a lot of things going on in our world. True? Right? Some of them are kind of scary. Right? Not for us, because we know a greater truth, but sometimes we forget that truth, and then we remember that truth, and then we forget that truth. She's going to help us to treat through that, all of that, so that we stay grounded, so that we can stay aligned with Source. Yes? All right. I think that's it. Or? All right. Thank you. I'll see you in a few.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. You sing that with me? Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know.
Let's get still for a moment and know together, as one mind, one consciousness, expressing that which we understand and know is the truth, that there is a loving presence throughout the universe, a universal intelligence that is ever present and always open and ready to co-create, to honor, to express, and ultimately to be me. What a joy it is to understand this truth and revel in this truth and to use it each and every day with the knowledge that this presence is within me, not outside of me, that it is ever waiting on my awareness of it. It is near as my breath, and it's ever in my thoughts. It is in all of my muscles, every fiber of my being. There's no place it is that I am not. Totally intertwined. That's what I lean into, drop into right here, right now. I call forth this presence as I know that it blesses this message that we are about to receive from Reverend Jean Bell, that it uplifts us as we listen to the music from our special guest. As Penelope joins in, we share and we are imbued with the love and the joy that is ever present. For all of the practitioners and all of the people who come together to put this service together, from those who are in the kitchen preparing our meal afterwards, for those who show up just to hear the word, all of us are a part of this. I know blessings will flow through this as it flows through me. I'm ever grateful for this, knowing that as these blessings come forth, it also shows me there is no time that God is not with us. I relax into that knowing, and I turn it over to the law, letting the law do its good and perfect work by saying yes. And if you're in agreement with this, we say together, and so it is.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. So it is. Thank you, Johnny. It's her first time at SLCA. Please welcome Portia Burns. Welcome, love. She's PK. She's a PK.
Blessings to all. I'm just going to sing a little bit for you. And if you feel a little tap in your toe, you can tap your toe. If you feel a little clap in your hand, you can clap your hand. It's up to you. But I love this song. It's called Golden by Jill Scott. It's such a positive song. It just speaks right into your spirit if you let it. I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, wearing it around my chain, wearing it around my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my song, wherever I choose to go. It will take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. I'm holding on to my freedom. Can't take it from me. 'Cause I was born into it. It comes naturally. I'm strumming my own freedom. Playing the God in me. Representing His glory. Hope is proud of me. I'm living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. I'm holding on to my freedom. Can't take it from me. 'Cause I was born into it. It comes naturally. I'm strumming my own freedom. I'm playing the God in me. I'm representing His glory. Hope is proud of me. I'm living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden.
So much. Did you hear? We got to live our life like it's golden, golden. I love it. That's one of my favorite songs. How you know? Look at God. Look at God acting up. Good afternoon again and welcome. If you're just joining us, I am Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her. And again, I'm the senior minister here, and I'm so glad that you all are here. I got plants for those pots you gave me. Thank you. Good to see you too, Trishla. All right, look, this past week, I had the opportunity to go to conference, a CSL conference. It's our 2026 one, and it was in Reno, Nevada. And we had a wonderful time. The theme for the conference was Together in Joy, honoring, connecting, growing. The conference is a biannual gathering where CSL ministers, practitioners, and the laity all get together to grow, connect, and learn from one another. Members came together from across the United States as well as around the world. There was a contingent of individuals there from Jamaica, the island, and they wore their T-shirts, the yellow and the green, and they were just so happy to be representing the island of Jamaica. And we just praised them and loved on them because they were a festive group. And we had uplifting music. We had Reverend Melissa and Reverend Z, and I think some of you remember them, Oh My God Life. They came and performed here, and a host of other singers. We had a wonderful keynote speaker. It was our Reverend Cynthia James. I think some of you remember her. And we had a really special message from our Reverend Dr. Sunny Cantrell Smith, which is our spiritual leader. She is the spiritual leader of the Centers for Spiritual Living, and I wish they would have put her message on the website, and I looked for it because I wanted to pull certain things out that she had said. I'm hoping that eventually they will do that. And later on in my talk, I paraphrased a few things that I wanted to share with you. So we had lots of workshops, both personal and community growth type workshops. And of course, we had a closing disco dance party. The resort had a disco up on one of the top floors, which you could reserve, and they reserved the entire place out for us. And it was so wonderful to see people of all ages cutting up. I mean, they were out there on the floor having a really good time. And some of them, and the theme of the dance party was Come as God. And some people came as that old archaic type God. This one guy had a beard and a toga, right? I was like, okay, God, we don't do God like that anymore. Another lady had butterfly wings. It was wonderful. We had a really good time. So if you have never been to a CSL conference, I encourage you to go to the next one, which will be in 2028, and it will be at Unity Village, just a bit outside of Kansas City. And they also have like little mini conferences, little summer events, and we're going to have one in August of 2027 at Asilomar, which is in California, right by the ocean. And it is a beautiful facility. You got a little bit of the woods, you got a lot of bit of the ocean, and you've got this wonderful place, this campground. No, it's really a little resort. Now, Asilomar holds a special place for our organization. It was one of our founder, Ernest Holmes, it was one of his favorite spots. And he had given many, many conferences in the past there. So there's a lot of history, our history associated with Asilomar. And you can find a lot more of this information on the CSL.org website. So go out there and definitely take a look. All right, so now that I did the infomercial, our theme for the month is Name It. And I decided to name this particular talk title, It Takes Courage. It takes courage to do the work to name, heal, release, be done. Just be done with anything or anyone, any archaic, harmful beliefs, negative thought patterns or phobias. It takes courage to be done with those things, to personally seek to move into our authentic selves that are not burdened down by all these things that I mentioned. Even on a collective global scale, Pope Leo, the first American-born pope, he had the courage to name what is happening and what is not life-affirming behavior in our world today. He said Saturday evening, he said, enough of the adultery of self and money. Enough of the display of power. Enough of war. That took courage to say when there are powerful voices in the world that have demanded him, and other religious leaders to come into alignment with their disruptive, warmongering, and self-centered ways. The wars they rage, they say, are religious wars. A religious war, we know there's no such thing. Our spiritual leader, Reverend Sunny, did kind of the same at our conference Tuesday evening. She said, and again, I'm paraphrasing, that we are here to shine the light of the science of mind principles out into the world that has been engulfed in darkness, that has been engulfed in otherness, that has been engulfed in greed, war, and all of the other non-life affirming BS. The BS was my emphasis, not hers. And that our light, our wisdom, and our principles are not only what we need personally, it's what the world needs, as we are all spirit. We are all spirit, and we know that spirit can only do for us as it can do what? Oh, y'all do listen to me. It can only do for us what it can do through us, and we know this. We are its instruments here in this plane of existence. And because spirit has to work through us, it's imperative that we get ourselves in alignment so we can be that light. So, on a personal note, the reason naming it is so important is because there are things in our lives that we are not willing to name. Or perhaps we have named it, right? But we're just not willing to go there because it's too painful. We're not willing to face it, deal with it, admit that it is an issue because you've got to admit it. And that these things are disrupting our lives, right? But we've become comfortable with the disruption. A negative thought pattern or patterns that are holding us back. The reason that it is important for us to name it is if we don't, then we cannot move forward holistically into a full expression of our lives. It's kind of like being akin to being tethered by a rope of the discordant facts, any unresolved trauma, beliefs that are not conducive to who we truly are, our true authentic selves. And what is our true authentic selves, you may ask? I'm so glad you asked. It is that we are one with the omnipresent power called by so many names, and that we live and move and have our being in this power and presence. That you are divine because His presence is within you. You are sacred. Say, I am sacred. I am sacred. We are sacred. And that you can use this omnipresent power through the power of your mind. And for so many, none of us here, but for so many, that's hard to believe or even it's hard to wrap our thought process around that we are divine, that we are sacred, that we are golden. That we are golden. Folks are like, yeah, that sounds good. But me, divine and sacred? Not so much. Not so much. You don't know me. Yet that is who you are. And the science of mind teaches us just that. And that's why I show up. I show up to remind you of this in so many ways as possible, right? I'd be like, okay, I said that last week. Can I say that differently this week? How can I put a different spin on the same principle that there is one power in this universe, right? And we are connected to that one power, that it is the source and substance of all things good, and that when we come into alignment with it, we use that power. How can I say that different every single week? It's a challenge, and I'm up for it. I am so up for that. To remind you of how spiritually magnificent you are, not tomorrow, not when you take the class, but right now. Right now that you are the beloved of this power and presence. I'm here to remind you that this is a practical and teaching philosophy, and it has wonderfully integrated mystical principles found in many religions. Not that dogmatic stuff, not the fire and brimstone stuff, not the God in the sky and in the toga stuff. No, none of that. This philosophy gives us spiritual principles and practices that we can implement in our daily lives. That's why I want you to come to the classes and learn more about this power and presence so that you can come into full alignment with your true divine nature. The philosophy is founded on the concept that divinity is omnipresent. Omnipresent means it's everywhere, right? And the only way that it's going to get out of us, through our light, through our wisdom, through our voices, through our hands, through Pope Leo, through everybody and everyone that is willing to be that light. Are you willing to be the light? Ooh, right? And so when we learn more about these things, we start to operate and become consistent with the spiritual laws, right? And when we understand them, we can truly use them. right? A fundamental principle of science of mind is that this omnipresent power acts through the mind. That's why it's called science of mind, which is viewed as the infinite creative force of the universe. It's called by so many different names. This philosophy teaches us that this omnipresent power operates through one universal mind, which is universal law, and that we are surrounded by this mind. And each of us uses the law of mind every day of our lives. And when we train our thoughts, did you hear the word train? When you train your thoughts, when you think that which is life affirming, we impress upon this universal mind, and we could bring our personal thoughts into reality. Hear me when I say our well-being doesn't depend on chance or fate, but rather the strength of our minds. The strength of our minds. I ate some cranberries, didn't know I was allergic to cranberries, hadn't been allergic to cranberries all my life, but today the side of my face was out to here. Out to here. I knew if I would buy some Benadryl, I did buy it, right? But if I bought that Benadryl and took it, yes, I was going to go to sleep. I'd be like, in the science of mind. No, we didn't want that, now did we? So I called my beloved Nana, she started treating. I called Reverend Sally, she started treating. I told Rachel, started treating. And of course, you know, when it's you be like, oh, I'm driving. I'm like, okay, Spirit, I really need you to do this for me because I don't want to go out here looking like I got the mumps, right? That's why I called, right, the ministers and the practitioners to treat for me, right? Because when it's happening to you, sometimes you can't see through that fog, right? Even me, I can't see through the fog. I'll be like, excuse me, can you treat for me? Okay, thank you. The thing is untrained thoughts, right? We're talking about those trained thoughts, right? They impress on this law. But I want you to know that untrained thoughts are also impressing upon this universal mind, and we need to be mindful of that. We need to be mindful of that. And that's why it's important that we understand that we are working with a definite power that receives the direct impress of our predominant thoughts and acts upon them. Always. We learn in our science of mind classes that same creative power, that spirit, God, source, energy, you call it what you want to call it, that same creative process that spirit uses, we also use. Ernest Holmes said, I swear he did. Ernest Holmes said in the Science of Mind book, tell us, within us, then, there is a creative field, which we call the subjective mind. Now, our individual use of that creative field, that creative process, that creative medium, you see all these terms? That's why you got to go to class, right? Is our own subconscious mind. Around us, there is a field which we call subjective. In this case, subjective means that which is influenced by, impressed upon by our conscious minds, our thoughts, right? One is universal, right? Spirit and law are one. Spirit don't have to I need to use this creative process. We have to figure that out for ourselves, right? Spirit thinks a thought, and it automatically flows. Because spirit doesn't argue with itself, just us. We do that, right? So, one is universal, spirit, and the other is individual, but in reality, they are all one. We are always connected to spirit, to this law. So we use it consciously or unconsciously. Now, Ernest Holmes is screaming at us because he wants, this is not my emphasis on the capitalization. This is exactly coming out of the Science of Mind book. And he says, there is one mental law in the universe. And where we use it, it becomes our law because we have individualized it, because we have accepted it for ourselves. So the emphasis is his. Now let's unpack that a bit. Spirit, the creative force in the universe, creates from its own consciousness, creates through its thought process, and we enact the same creative process as spirit does. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Your thoughts are creative. We do the same, and it's just not that simple, though. I'm just giving you the icing on top of the cake. But the Science of Mind cake has so many levels, right? So many levels. I think I have a few practitioner students in here. They'll tell you that, right? They'll tell you like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, all right. Ernest Holmes tells us that the law is a law of reflection. For life is a mirror, reflecting to us as conditions. What else could be said as a condition? Manifestation, demonstrations, the world of effect, things that are happening in the world, right? Reflecting to us as conditions, the images of our thinking. The images of our thinking. Whatever one thinks tends to take form and to become a part of our experience, is what he said. And he said tends, T-E-N-D-S. It tends to take form. Right? It's your predominant thought patterns. Whatever our predominant thoughts are, whatever we believe to be true becomes manifestations in our lives. Understand that. So as we talk about naming the thought patterns, past memories, etc., that no longer serve us, we must come to an understanding why we're even burdened down, hindered, and stifled by them in the first place, in order to truly let them go. We've got to know, why are we burdened by these past things that have implanted themselves in our subconscious mind that keep showing up in our lives. Any predominant thought patterns and belief, whether positive or negative, once it is accepted as true in the subconscious mind, the positive ones we keep. We're going to keep the positive ones. But the negative ones, we will have to root it like a weed, root it up like a weed, and have consistent thoughts to replace it. And that's where the spiritual work and wisdom comes in. That's where it comes in at, right? Because you can't just say a couple of Hail Marys, a couple of affirmations, and think you're done with it. Oh, no, it's going to slap you upside the head and say, I'm back. You ever think you're done with a negative thought pattern, or that you have let go of that memory from a past or disappointment, and you're like, oh, I let that go. And then something triggers you and you are flooded with old feelings of anger, shame, guilt, or however it's showing up. And it's showing up singing, I'm back. And you be like, wait, what? I did my forgiveness work around this. What? Well, that happened to me. About 10 years ago or so, someone mentioned their family history, which was similar to mine. And it triggered the memory of the struggles my mother and I faced because my father left. I thought I had forgiven my father for leaving my mother and I when I was young. I felt our lives would have been better if he had stayed with us to support her, right? Now, I don't know if that would have been true or if that would have been the case, but that's what I believed as a child. And we know the power of belief now, don't we? So I flinched a bit because it triggered anger, and that anger rose up in me. And at that point in time, I realized I have to name what I'm feeling, truly face it and not push it away. You see, that's what I did when I thought I healed it. I pushed it away. I did my Hail Marys, my affirmations, or whatever the heck I did. I'm good. Yeah, you're good, all right. I pushed it away thinking that was effective enough, that was sufficient enough to heal me from those past perceptions of hurt and resentment. I had to admit to myself that I didn't fully face the pain so I could move through it. I just pushed it away back into the recesses of my subconscious mind. But it was still there, and I still had unhealed father issues, which led to other issues like abandonment issues, trust issues, all the issues. I truly thought I was done with all of that. And so I had to do my work. I had to do more work. This time, not push it away, but to name it. To name it, to journal it, to seek counseling, to do all the things that I needed to do to truly let it go. And the first step in the healing process is to name the thing for what it is. We need to name it for what it is and then take courage not to simply push it out of conscious focus. It takes the spiritual practice of self-awareness. How many of you that knew that spiritual practice, there was a spiritual practice called self-awareness? How many of you knew that? A few. Self-awareness is one of the least talked about spiritual practices. And from what I have observed, there are many people walking among us on this planet that are not self-aware. Thereby, they keep circling with their issues like a hamster on a wheel, wondering why they're not getting anywhere. I know that doesn't pertain to any of us. Self-awareness involves recognizing and understanding one's very own motivations, our internal dialogue, right? Being aware what is constantly repeating in your head. What are you thinking about, right? And all of our underlying beliefs that we have gathered since J-High, things that we've come to believe. It requires an active commitment to observe and accept responsibility for both our internal and our external decisions. Remember, creation happens twice. This is important for you to know. It happens twice, once in the mind and then in manifestation, right? Anything that you see here in this room happened first in mind. Everything, all of life happens first in mind, right? And so, thus the reason for accepting responsibility for our internal and external decisions, because they're all ours. Self-awareness serves as the fundamental basis for making informed and intentional choices. And one of those intentional choices for me was to be healed from my past traumatic memories that no longer served me. It was important. And the reason why it was so important, that kind of anger that I felt, even as a child, growing up as a teenager, for my father, for leaving my mother and I, no one should be carrying around that type of anger. No one. I was mad. I was angry. And for it to come back up many years later, meditation is another spiritual practice that encourages greater self-awareness. When we sit quietly, we create space within ourselves to notice our own consciousness and observe our thoughts and emotions as they come and go, without getting caught up in judging them. Although sometimes you can get caught up. You can't just let them float by. You're like, oh, No, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Just notice it. This practice enhances self-awareness, which is sorely needed in naming and facing any discordant fact so we can move on to the spiritual truth about ourselves, which I will say again, you are divine, you are sacred, and you are loved. All of you. So last Sunday, I asked you to contemplate and name that which you are finally ready to let go of. And although what we're going to do here is truly symbolic, it will require further spiritual work on your part. However, self-awareness in naming it is the first step onto the road of healing and freeing ourselves from any of the tethers that no longer serve us. So we're going to take that first step. Today, we get the opportunity to name the shame. We get the opportunity to name the doubt, the regret, whatever it is, or whoever it is, right? So you should have a pen and a card, right? I want you to take it out now. I want you to take it out. I already put mine in here. And I want you to write on it. I want you to write on what you're ready to name and to let go. It could be fear, regret, any past trauma, feelings of unworthiness, self-incrimination, write it down. And if you can summarize it in one word, that would be great. But if not, then write it on the front, the back, come get another card and put it in here. Don't put your name on it. And if there's anything community-wise you need to release, write it down too. You know, it could be that we're holding on to the way things used to be pre-pandemic era, or lamenting over the good old days. We need to name anything that will keep us from boldly moving forward into a new day, a new era of belonging to this beloved community. Those online, I want you to email me. Email what you're willing to name and release. And so when you're finished writing it down, I want you to come up. I want you to put those cards in the box. And we're going to take all of those cards and we're going to make a visual representation, which we will see up here on the fourth Sunday. We will move into healing all of these things and know a greater truth together. All the things that no longer serve us on an individual or a collective basis, we're going to let it all go. Going to let it all go. And as we finish up here, we're going to say something together. I'm going to say a sentence, and then I'm going to pause so that you can say it back to me. Now remember, I'm going to put all this together, and next week is the kirtan, the satsang. So on the fourth Sunday, we're going to have all this together. And though this month, the month of April, our theme is Name It, May, our theme will be Heal It. And all week long, all month long rather, we're going to be working on healing anything that we no longer want in our lives. And then in June, we're going to move into a different way of being. We're going to claim it. We're going to claim what we want. We're going to claim whatever it is that we want to show up in our lives, right? In our communities. We're going to do that. So this 3 months, we're going to have the opportunity to name it, heal it, claim it. All right. I'm ready for the next slide. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to ask you to say it back, sentence for sentence. I name and let go of anything that doesn't benefit me anymore. I choose to let go of my fears, trusting that divine guidance leads me and brings joy, happiness, and safety to my journey. My life is guided by a higher power, ensuring that I am protected and supported through all situations. And so it is. Remember, you are divine and sacred. Act as if it is so, and so shall it be. And so it is. Much love, SLCA. Much, much love.
like that river I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keeps telling me don't hang around. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. The sad thing is he keeps on knocking me down, knocking me down, right down to my knees. Oh, there are times that I felt I wouldn't last too long. Something keeps telling me to carry on. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. A change is gonna come. Yes, it is. Whew. I love music. I do. It's time for our grateful giving. Portia, thank you so much. You brought so much joy into our home, into our community, and we really appreciate you. And thank you, Penelope, for all you do to coordinate that. I am so grateful, and because I am grateful, it's time for grateful giving. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for everything that you do for our center. I want to thank all of you that I've never even seen that gives from far and wide to our center so that we can continue to spread the good news of new thought and science of mind out into the world. And truly, the world needs that. And as we grow, we will continue to expand in our understanding, in our wisdom, and all the love that we can give, not just to each other, but to the world. So there's many ways to give. You can scan the QR code, or you could text the Tide, or you can go on our website and go to slca.com/donations. Or you could just put a check or money into the receptacles on the side. By however you give, if you're a pledger like me, it comes out automatically every month. However you give, just know that it is blessed, that it's shaken down. Oh, yes, that it overflows, that it does a great and mighty work, that everything that we do here at the center is for the well-being of all humanity. This wisdom, this teaching, our love is to bless each and every one of us. The world sees our light, and we shine it brightly. So I ask you now to join with me to say the grateful giving together in one voice. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Thank you, SLCA.
Give it up for Reverend Jean Bell. Yes. Woo! Was she on fire today or what? Put your hands together. Let's sing our closing song, and make sure you meet with a practitioner today. Don't give up. Let us pray with you, okay? We envision a world that works for everyone, woo, and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. Yeah, we see a world that works for everyone. Yes, we do. We see a world that works for everyone. 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 We love you so much. Stay together. Be in community. And we'll see you at 5 o'clock or 4:30 actually for our workshop with with Tony. Yeah, Tony Jenkins. He'll be ministering to us at 4:30 this afternoon. Yeah.